Solutions for Codemasters 2016. My name's Andrew Turpin from the University of Melbourne. Okay, let's begin by having a look at question 1, which is the sequence. So we've got A1 and A2, and then we've got this value of AN depends on all the previous values of A and the product. So we're going to have some sort of for loop here. As soon as you see this kind of construct, we're going to have a for loop over K to try and work out what the value of AN is. So, and then the question asks us with n of 5, 10, 20, 30, and then right down the bottom here, n gets very large. So let's have a look. In Python, you might do something like this. We're going to have A starting off as a list. The first element, it doesn't matter. In Python, we know that the element number 1 is a 1, element number 2 is a 2, and then for the rest, let's just do the first 30 odd for now. We're going to say, to work out the value of AN, we're going to have to iterate over all the values of K in the range 1 to N. Minus 1, plus 1 is Python, remember you need this little plus 1. And we go to calculate AK times AN minus K. What are we going to do with that? Well, for all of these, we have to take the maximum over all of these. So maybe we'll turn this into a list comprehension. Do it in a tricky way. Let's say all of the values are the list for K and range that. So that gives us all of the possibles. We say AN is equal to the maximum of that plus 1. So let's see what we get. A quick test. We get a syntax error because I left out the word in. I left it out here as well. Something like that. And it says our list assignment is out of range. So see, even computer science professors make basic errors. Try again. There we go. So 0, 1, 2, 3 we know is correct. 5 we hope is correct. So the 5th element will be 7. The 10th element will be 56, etc. So we could pluck those out. Print A5, 10, 20, 30. See what we get. All good. So there's our answers. For the final part, we need to know how many of the values lie in between this range. So we're going to have to pump n up a bit. So we need to go up to 2 to the power of 11. And then we need to know, is this condition here correct? So for how many values is AN equal to A 2 to the 11 times AN minus 2 to the 11? So again, we could do a list comprehension here. We need to know that for n in the range 3 times 2 to the 10 and 3 times 2 to the 11. Don't forget the plus 1 in Python. So that will give us a list of true and false. For all these values of n, is this condition true or false? And then we could just sum them up. So the sum true becoming 1 and false becoming 0. Let's see what we get. That'll take a little while to run. And there we see the answer 3073, which is all of the values of n. And that's what's interesting about this sequence, is that this property holds. If you look carefully, you see that I've chopped a bit out of the video. I ran it once and I'd forgotten to put the plus 1 in the original for loop, and then I ran it again and I'd forgotten to put the plus 1 in the list comprehension at the end. But finally I got it correct. That's the end of question 1.